What is going on, everybody? It is your boy, Matt Stingray. Thanks for checking in to the Rock the Watch channel. Guys, today we are going to do a full review of the TAG Heuer Formula 1. Let's rock this watch. All right, so there it is, guys. The TAG Heuer Formula 1. And yes, this is a quartz. I know the horror. I already showed the horror show off in the unboxing I did of this watch. I'll put a link to that down below. But just let's take a gander at this lovely watch. And then let's get into the specs and features of this watch. This watch has a 41 millimeter case diameter. It is 12 millimeters thick. It is 46 millimeters lug to lug. It has a 19 millimeter bracelet. Why the odd number? I have no clue. It boggles the mind that some of these watch companies do this type of stuff. But it is a 19 millimeter bracelet that very nicely tapers down to 18 millimeter to the cheap press class. But we'll talk about that too. It is powered by a Ronda caliber 600.4B quartz movement. It is made completely of 316L stainless steel. It has 200 millimeters, listen to that, 200 meters of water resistance. It has a signed screw down crown at the 3 o'clock position, flanked by some very nice crown guards. It has a sapphire crystal, has a date complication at the 3 o'clock. Very easy to read date complication, by the way. It has a very nice bracelet held together by the split pin system, which is kind of negative. Cheap press class, which is why TAG Heuer gets hit on some of their choices of what they use to make watches with. But let's take a look at this dial. This has a dive style, but it is not a diver's watch. Timing bezel, as you can see, it is in 5-minute increments around here. This is more focused on the racing end of the auto racing, and obviously by the name being Formula 1 of the thing. But it's very nice, very smooth, and as you can hear, very solid clicks, absolutely zero playback. Or back play, I should say. Playback like it's a record player. Lines up perfectly. Okay. The dial has the 12 and the 6 Arabic numerals, followed by indices. The chapter ring has a red triangle at the top. And then it also has the minute markers on the outside of the chapter ring. Swiss made at the 6 o'clock. And as you can see, it is all black. The dial and the bezel are all black. I believe this is like a PVD coated stainless bezel. But the second hand has the red tip. Super cool. Digging that. Overall, the brushing is fantastic on this watch. It's very nice. The bracelet, man, let's look at the bracelet. It articulates beautifully. Every piece is an individual piece. All these links. So it articulates beautifully, okay? Engraved case back with a little checkered race flag and the TAG Heuer. Let's see if we can get, yeah. Water resistant to 200 meters. TAG Heuer, sapphire crystal since 1880. So very nice screw down crown. Solid end links on the bracelet. Then we come to the cheap pressed clasp, which is signed with Tag Heuer on it. Okay, so what do I like about this watch? Like everything, not really. I like a lot about this watch. It's a very nice watch. It wears very well. It's a very good size. It's very comfortable. It is a high-end quartz piece. Sometimes, guys, I have probably at least half a dozen quartz watches in my arsenal because sometimes I just want to grab and go. Sometimes I'm big on matching your watch with your clothes. You've got to coordinate, okay? You've got to coordinate.
Well, the secret is you got to coordinate. Most people don't coordinate, so you got to coordinate.
Working in an office environment, so I change shirts a lot. So, you know, if one day I might want to wear, if I'm wearing a green shirt, I'm throwing on the green alpinist. Like I said, black goes with everything. I'm wearing a darker color shirt. I'm wearing some blues. Maybe I'll go with a blue dial, Seamaster, maybe my Tissot Sea Star 1000. So, you know, you got to mix it up. But sometimes in the morning, man, I'm tired. I just want to grab a watch and go. I don't want to sit there. What time is it? Set it. Is it past midnight? When did it die? Because I let my watches die. I don't be running them in those watch winders. I just let them die and then I recharge them. So sometimes I just don't want to hassle with winding them and figuring out the time and setting the date and all that kind of jazz. So I just grab a quartz. And it's usually this one because this one wears very nice. It's a very comfortable. It's a great size. However, it is certainly not perfect. One thing a little ridiculous with this watch is the price. So MSRP on this is like $1,200 for a quartz. And I know some higher end watchmakers, like JLC, whatever, all those, some of them have quartz that are astronomically expensive. And they're rare, but you know, they mostly make automatic watches, but they have them. I ended up getting this for around, I don't know, $800-900, which is still a lot of money for a quartz watch. But I think it's very cool. Where Tag Heuer gets hit on, and I don't know why they do this, but they really need to step up their game, is even at the discounted price that I paid for this, $800 or $900, look at that clasp. That's ridiculous that a watch this expensive comes with that cheap fold over clasp. I should have brought my Tissot down here. My Tissot was half the price and it has a similar clasp to this for half the price. And it's an automatic and it's got an 80-hour power reserve. So value for money. No, that's where Tag Heuer gets hit on this type of stuff. Value for money. No. I mean, you know what? Let's get into quick wristwatch check right now. And I'll do another one when I try this on. But, okay, Seiko Alpinist came on the cheap leather band. Yeah, bought a strap code bracelet for it. $80. $80 for one of the best screw down bracelets you could buy on the market, aftermarket bracelets. I should just buy one for this. I don't know if you can get them at 19, those odd size. Much better bracelet than this sucker. So, what's the deal, Tag? This is why you get criticism. Do better. Do better. So, after all that being said, I still dig the watch. I still like it. It's still awesome. I still overpaid for it. Yes, I did. But, you know, like a lot of people say, if you're happy with it, who cares? Who cares what you paid for? You spend your money, you spend your $800 on something else. And if I like one of those, I'll buy one of them too. So I have both. I don't care. But let's check out the Loom. Everything is loomed on here, not the bezel, but everything on the dial is loomed. All the indices, numbers, hands, all that kind of jazz. So let's hit this sucker up and get a Loom shot on this watch and see how well it does. And there it is. It's actually really good Loom, and everything is very sharp. All the numbers, indices, hands, looking really good. So yeah, let's see what it looks like on the wrist. But before we do that, again, let me show you what am I rocking today. You already know the Seiko Sarb 017, the Alpinist. Great watch, guys. Great watch. Did an unboxing of this. I will put a link to that down below. Full review is coming soon. Do not be confused. It's coming. So, what does it look like on the wrist? Looks very cool. Looks like you could rock with this. You could be a rock star with this because it's Tag Heuer. Guys, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. And as always, rock that watch.